Hello and welcome back to the channel. I haven't been coming before you as often recently because I have some things that I'm working on, family. And I feel like they are some very important things. Very important things. If I have to get out of here, it's because it's starting to rain. It's just dripping right now. Very small drips, but just to let you know ahead of time. Anyway, something very important I wanted to talk about and shine some light on, in which many of you who follow this channel, you are already in the know. So this is not necessarily directed towards you, but if you can definitely share what we say and what we talk about, that would be great. That we would be very grateful for that, because a lot of people are asleep. So what I'm going to be talking about is how those who are literally sleepwalking, they are migrating to the walking dead now. So they're going from sleepwalking to becoming the walking dead. And it's really sad to look at this. It's really sad. Listen, y'all, it's really sad to watch all of this unfold. I would say that the past 3 years have been the most eventful years that I've seen worldwide, right? And I'm not talking about things that happen in people's lives personally, because there are people that experience things on a personal level that are just devastating, right? But I'm talking about what I'm seeing globally happening on this planet and with the people. It's really, oh my goodness, it's surreal to see all of this unfolding. And you have those who are not waking up from being sleepwalkers. They're migrating to the walking dead. There are certain things that we cannot even speak about, because now the powers of darkness, I'm going to call them the powers of darkness. Some people call them the powers that be, right? But the powers of darkness have cued in on the fact that a lot of people are paying attention now, right? And so those that are paying attention is enough to make waves for those who are sleepwalking. Meaning, people are saying things that are causing the sleepwalkers' ears to perk up, right? And so the powers of darkness are now saying, well, you know what, we got to shut that down. So if you are talking about something that we don't want you talking about, then we're going to call you a conspiracy theorist, right? And we're going to make laws against that, right? We're going to make policies against that. We're going to cue in on you, because we don't need you who are either waking up or wide awake to trouble the sleepwalkers, because we need the sleepwalkers to now become the walking dead. Once you are the walking dead, you are useless. There is nothing more that can be done for you. They don't make these movies and films and flicks for nothing, right? Once a person is in that walking dead state, they are useless. There is nothing else to do for them other than putting them out of their misery, because they become a cancer and a plague to the rest of those who are still walking and living and breathing, right? They become a plague to those. They become a danger to those. So this is why the powers of darkness wants everyone asleep or walking dead. They don't want you awake. This is why this is why it's very important. Some of you are not believers, so you're not going to understand where I'm coming from. But for me, it's very important that we seek the Most High while He may be found, and call up on Him while He is near. That's so very important. But it's unfortunate that a lot of people are willingly migrating from the sleepwalkers to the walking dead. They are comfortable in that state because they feel like, as long as I'm in that state, I don't have to think about this over there or that over there or this over here. I don't have to think about that stuff, because I can live in a deluded state of mind. I can walk around in delusion, pretending like stuff isn't happening, right? That's what's happening with a lot of people right now. they are literally walking around as if they don't want to be awakened. And they are okay with the fact that they are migrating to a dead state. Migrating to a dead state. It's frightening to watch because it is not just people who you don't know. It is not just people who you are not connected to. But you are watching people that you know and love walking in this sleep state. Some of them are still sleepwalking, right? But some of them are on the verge of being the walking dead. As I see more and more things unfold on this planet, it is becoming very clear to me that we are in a time that the Bible spoke of. And I know that some people don't want to hear this stuff. Doesn't matter if you want to hear it or not. It is what it is. The truth is what it is, whether you like it or not. The truth will always be, even if you just say, look, I don't want to hear it. You think the truth is going to vanish because you don't want to hear it, because you want to plug up your ears? That's not how it works. The truth will always be, whether you like it or not. I was looking at something on the WION channel, the WION channel. I believe they are out of India, okay, or Pakistan, or one of those areas. But it's not a U.S. News station. But anyway, I was looking at one report, and some of you all may know what's going on with this. But one of the broadcasters on that channel on YouTube, she said, or she posed the question, and she's talked about it before, but she posed this question: why are so many young people dying of heart attacks? And so she started showing some of the faces of those who are dying from heart attacks. Young people that were in certain positions, right? Involved in certain sports. And so she posed that question: why are they dying from heart attacks? A lot of young people, even here in the U.S., have been dying of heart attacks. Why is that? So much has changed on this planet. So much has changed on this planet. I mean, we're going from one thing to the next, right? Now there's a danger in the soil. Now they're saying that certain particles from the soil in California could kick up. You can breathe this stuff in, right? This is what they're saying, right? You can breathe this stuff in, and your body can become infected, and it can be deadly. All of a sudden, you have polio in the water in New York City. Where did it come from? It wasn't there. They said it wasn't there. They haven't seen any cases for more than a decade, or close to a decade. Now it's there. What else is about to pop up, y'all? What else are we about to see? What else are the sleepwalkers going to ignore? Those that are the walking dead, like I said, there's nothing you can say or do for them. They are finished, right? But they definitely want to infect you. So I think what's happening is those who want to be the walking dead are now trying to pull and tug on you, okay, to get you out of that little bit of life. Take that little bit of life you have left in you. Because when you are asleep, you're still alive, right? But when you are walking dead, you are literally a zombie that no one can help. There is nothing that can be done for you. You are finished. Now, I don't specifically have to target one group and say, oh, black people, you need to do this, or white people, you need to do that, or I don't need to do that. This is a worldwide thing that we are dealing with. A worldwide thing. People are sleepwalking or walking dead worldwide. And notice the walking dead, they attack the living. Ain't that what we see happening? Isn't that what we see happening? The walking dead attack the living. As a matter of fact, they can smell your blood. It's going to get to the point where ain't going to be nobody out here talking and telling you nothing. Because it's all going to be shut down. There's going to be no way to communicate from one house to the next. Much less from one state to the next, or one city to the next, or one country to the next. All of that stuff going to be shut down, y'all. And you're going to wish that you had somebody in your ear telling you about what the powers of darkness are up to. You're going to wish that you had someone trying to wake you up, but it's going to be too late. There is a such thing of being asleep, but being somewhat conscious. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you can hear, but you're asleep. You're aware, but you're asleep. You see? You know that something is happening around you, but you're asleep. You're unable to respond to that because you are asleep, but you hear it and you know something's happening, right? A lot of people are in that state right now. But they are unable to wake up, unable to wake up for a number of different reasons, right? I was describing to you something natural when you're naturally asleep, but you're unable to wake up because the sleep is so deep, but you can still hear and know that something is happening, right? Many of us have had that feeling before, but what I'm talking about right now is not something natural. I'm talking about spiritual. A lot of people are spiritually in that place where they cannot wake up because there's something from the other side pulling them deeper into sleep, deeper into darkness, and they can't wake up. They don't know what's happening. They don't know what to make of it, right? And then you have others who are trying to douse water on them, shake them, right? But they still can't wake up. They are on the verge of being the walking dead. I don't want to scare nobody, but it is what it is. Stuff is happening. If you want to ignore it, that's on you. Stuff is happening. You cannot deny that things are happening on this planet. You can't deny it. And if you do deny it, if you are denying it, then you are definitely one of those who are either sleepwalking, or you're already dead. You're already the walking dead. Your body is just animated. That's it. Your body's just animated, but you don't know anything. You're already dead. Listen, y'all, this is Shabbat morning. I wanted to share that with you. I know some of you want to hear encouraging words. Yeah, encouraging words are great. But sometimes we need to get a reality check. That's what we need. All of us. When I say these things, I'm not just talking about you that are listening to me. I'm talking about myself as well. We all need a reality check. I'm done with this video. Say what you must in the comment section, but until next time, I'm out.